Hey guys, welcome back to another video on Budget with a July Dreamer. My name is Miranda, and on this channel I share everything personal finance. I cover budgeting, saving and investing. If these topics are of interest to you, then please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into today's video. So I am filming today, Sunday 16th of July. I'm in my kitchen, so my fridge is making noise. I'm running out of daylight, even though there's so much sunshine outside, but I'm still running out of daylight for filming, natural light I should say. So we're gonna try and get through this video within the next 20 minutes because I plan to put it live in the next hour. So let's see how we get on. So today's video, I am going to be sharing with you my mid-year spending review. I actually got this idea from, what's her name? Debt with Layla, Debt Over It with Layla or something like that. I love her channel. I always watch all of her videos, and she gave me this idea to look at my media spending. Sure, I track my expenses meticulously on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, but I rarely ever do an aggregate, like look at it on an aggregated level. So like a 6 monthly basis to see like how much have I actually sent to my mortgage, how much have I sent to variable spending and stuff like that. So when I saw her video a couple of days ago, I was like, I need to have a look at my own spending and then see where I am at with that. Like, what is the deal? So that is exactly what I'm going to be sharing with you in today's video. I do have my trusted laptop here, and I literally spent about 2.5 hours yesterday just plugging in the numbers, and I kind of created this. I have an annual budget review tracker, but I'm using this to actually look at the numbers on the last, over the last 6 months. So the numbers that I've plugged in are really just from January 1st through to June 30th. That's it. So all of the numbers that I'll be showing you right now are just from that reference period. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start my screen record, and then I will walk you through the numbers. The tracker that I'm using is my personal tracker. I actually haven't put this tracker anywhere because I'm still trying to work out the formulas and how I would want this to appear, but it's literally a replica of my monthly budget tracker, which you can find on my Etsy shop. There's always a link in the description bar below. So let's start the recording now, and then I can walk you through my mid-year spending review. So on the left-hand side here, you see the savings that I've used. So for me personally, I use my savings, especially my sinking funds, a lot, as well as my emergency fund for those expenses that meet the category. So for example, I would spend from my sinking fund, my car sinking fund, if I'm paying for my car tax, my car MOT, all of that would just all spend from that. My emergency fund, this year I've spent it on my boiler because my boiler broke down, and there's so many things this month that have gone wrong with the house that I will still need to use my emergency fund for. So that's what I use my emergency fund for. And then also I save for travel, so I take a lot of money from my savings to send to those things that I've saved for. So in 2023 so far, January 1st to June 30th, I have used of my savings 8,970.81 pence so far. If we come to the next tab, which is income summary, I predicted that I would bring in the 6 months period that will bring in just under 37,000 pounds. I actually brought in over 50,000 pounds. Then here I have a tab for buffer income. So what I mean by buffer income is the money that is always left over in my account at the end of the month or when my bills are paid. Every single month I take money into the new month because I get paid in the middle of the month, but then my bills come out on the first of the month. So when I get paid, I rarely spend money. I just carry that money over into the new month to pay for the bills for that month. For example, I got paid this ending week in July. I'm not going to be really spending any money. Yes, I have sent money to the various areas like investing, saving, and all of that. But in terms of my bills, I don't have any bills per se. I think I have 2 or 3, but the majority of my bills, like my mortgage, council tax, all of that good just doesn't come out until August 1st. So the money that I got paid from my 9 to 5, I use it then on August 1st. That's how I budget things. So the money is always left over. I budget first to the last day of the month, even though I get paid in the middle of the month. I know it would be easier to just budget from when I get paid to the next billing cycle, but for me it works, calendar wise works better for me. So that's what the billing is here. And for buffer income, so there's also income that came from 2022 December that was brought into January 2023, that is 12,529 and 58 pence. Then here on the further right, you can see the budget summary, which I have broken down how much money I sent towards my main bills, how much money towards my rental, variable expenses, savings, and debt. So now if we come back to the left, and we are going to start off first with the main bills. So if we look at my main bills, my mortgage. So when it comes to my mortgage, I actually refinanced my mortgage in July. So I was paying between January, no, wait, was it this year that I refinanced? I can't actually remember. I don't know if I refinanced this year or was it last year's July. I refinanced last year July, but essentially I have been paying just under £900 over the last, how many months? 5-6 months, and I projected under 5,300, and that's exactly how much I spent. To see that I spent £5,000 in 6 months somehow seems a lot, but also not enough, if you know what I mean, because I know some people who pay like their mortgage is like £1,000, £2,000 and stuff like that. And I was paying, when I got my mortgage, I was paying like £600, less than £700 is what I was paying. Then moving over to almost £900, I thought that was a huge jump. But looking at people who pay like £1,200 for their mortgage, I'm like, well, I'm not sending that much. And this also, I must say, includes some extra remortgages from the last 2 months, because prior to that I was tracking separately, and I'll show you that in the debt summary. Council tax, not surprising, because we pay council tax 10 months out of 12, but I always seem to forget this, so I always end up budgeting more than I actually need, which is fine for me. The insurances that I have on my home surprised me a little bit. I know how much I pay in insurance, but this still always surprises me. For my combined utilities, so this is my gas and electric. So my 2-year fix is ending at the end of July. They already sent me the letter to say I'll go on the standard variable on the 1st of August. And actually that scares me, because what I have paid so far in the last 6 months is what they're predicting I'll be paying almost on a monthly basis. I've been paying like £55 for the last 6 months. I mean, for the last 2 years, to be honest. So yeah, I'm terrified, because I was speaking to a fellow YouTuber a couple of weeks ago. She was telling me how some months they were paying like £500 just to gas, and I'm paying like £55. So yeah, I'm not ready for that, but we shall see what August looks like. Then I'll be able to budget better for the rest of the year. Gym membership, I've now canceled the gym, but this year I sent what I thought I was going to send. My Niva is the spa that I go to. I've got a subscription with them. Everything else seems to be honky-dory, to be honest. With my mobile, I'm surprised it's this much, but I'm also not surprised, because I did change the price plan. So it is essentially okay, not bad. Everything else just seems to be honky-dory, if I'm honest. So for 6 months, less than £10,000 is what I projected, and that's exactly, even less than what I projected is what I sent, which is a good thing. I mean, I felt some type of way about £10,000 towards my debts, but that, I mean, in a way it felt like, oh, that's a lot, but then I thought about it was over 6 months. So yeah, it's kind of expected, but it also just made me want to look at the other years and see the change in them, because for the mortgage, definitely change, and council tax as well. But yeah, it kind of just made me feel some type of way, but I'm still grateful that it wasn't too bad personally. Then for my rental bills over the last 6 months, I projected 6,200 plus. I have sent so far 6,800 plus, and this is because I chose to pay for my landlord insurance annually. So it was up for renewal in June, so I decided to pay 300 plus to cover me until next June. So I think in terms of landlord insurance for the next 6 months, obviously I won't have to pay for that, but it will also be lower how much I have to pay for my rental bills in total, which is absolutely great. Now, like we say in Zambia, the meat of the story is my variable expenses. Like, you guys, this is what totally blew me. Like, how does one go and spend 22,000 pounds in 6 months? I know there are people out there who blow it in a day, in a month and stuff like that, but this is not that girl. This is not that person. So I was absolutely gobsmacked when I saw how much I've spent in terms of variable expenses. I've highlighted the stuff that definitely took me by surprise, but let's just go through all of them. So tithe and giving, I'm happy that I was able to give as much as I gave, and this is why it's in green. I am a Christian, I believe in giving, so for me this is a no-brainer. I'm happy that I'm able to give to others, so this is fine by me. No complaints from this side. Groceries, I am actually surprised. I mean, slightly surprised, because I honestly, with the cost of living going up and everything, I was expecting this to be a lot more than it is. Definitely it's more than last year, but I am actually surprised that it's not a lot more than this. Like, totally surprised. But I am actually happy with how I'm doing, and I hope to be the same or lower for the next 6 months. Honestly, I was surprised. Socializing is not that bad, purely because I think I started including a socializing budget in April or May time. Actually, no, May. May is when I started including a socializing budget. So I'm actually honestly tracking just for 2 months here, which then scares the crap out of me, because in 2 months I've spent this much. So, well, that's interesting, right? That's a lot. Definitely in 2 months just to spend that much on socializing. But then again, I'm a social bird and everything has almost gone back to normal post the C word, so I'm good. Fuel is the one outside of groceries that completely took me by surprise, because like, how am I spending less than 800, well, less than 1,000 pounds? I travel a lot, but then I realized I work from home as well, so unless I'm going to the airport to see my parents or do social events with my friends, I'm not really going anywhere. So outside of that, I think it's okay. Yes, I blew my budget here for sure, but I'm actually genuinely surprised that it wasn't as much as I thought it would be, honestly. Shopping, well, budgeted 300, spent over 800, almost 900 pounds. Surprised, yes and no, because it's shopping. So let's just leave it at that. Dining out, yo, like almost 1,000 pounds I spent on dining. Like, who am I? Okay, I know, because going out with my friends, one of my good friends, we have a meal every single month. So yes, then I've got different sets of friends. I've got my core friends, then the next circle, then the next circle, and then the next circle. So, and I meet up with them at different times. So we are definitely always going out eating, having a drink and stuff like that. So not surprised. And yeah, but also this includes takeaways for the last 6 months. So it has made me question myself, especially if it's just eating out, I'm okay. But if this is like the majority of it is from takeaways, then I have a problem that I need to fix. And I'll be working on that in the next for this latter 6 months. Transportation, not bad. So this is more like parking at the airport, parking when I go out of town and stuff like that. So not bad. Housing, yo, the boiler breaking down, the roof doing that, the garden needing fixing. My 3rd year of being a homeowner, yeah. It was a lot, to be honest. It was a lot. And I budget like 50 pounds a month or less. So yeah, and the next 6 months, well, they promise to be very exciting for this good home of mine, because I'm renovating my bathrooms and setting up a pergola, and a lot of things. So it's definitely going to be an interesting next 6 months. Personal care also surprised me because like, huh? But this, I think, is also including me paying for others here, and the majority of it is going to the spa, getting my nails done, getting my hair done, and stuff like that. So I'm surprised, but I'm also happy that I'm spending this much on myself. Travel, not surprised at all, because my goal for 2023 was to save 5,000, spend 5,000 plus on travel. So I'm not surprised that in the last 6 months I've spent this amount, and I think I'll be spending hopefully less than this, but probably close to this the next 6 months, because I'm traveling, I think, every single month, touch wood, for the next 6 months. So yeah, subscription, not bad. Personal growth, I could do better, but I'm happy with what I'm spending. Coffee, this is low because I only started tracking coffee in June, so that's okay. Miscellaneous, not bad, because I want to say 2021 I had a miscellaneous of 10,000 pounds by this time, so not surprised at all. Gifts, not bad either. Water, I pay twice a year, so this is not bad. My next bill doesn't come out until August, so this is okay. Car tax, paid twice. I paid this one in May, the next one is due in November, so that's not bad. The dentist, I have now added on to my work plan, so I can claim back any dental work that I get done and they reimburse me. And then Progressive Property, this is one of the property events that I attended. Cost me a pretty penny, to be honest, and I'm glad I attended just to see what's out there in terms of property investing, because I am a property investor and I know that buy to lets, especially the way I am buying them up, is not sustainable. Like, I have to wait a year or two to release capital from one of my existing properties to be able to buy the next property. So it's not sustainable. So I went to this property event to see if there are other better ways. There are definitely plenty that I can utilize to help me buy more properties, essentially. So that's how much I spent, and this was back in January when I spent this much. A lot, but definitely worth it in my opinion. And then businesses is things like my Etsy, YouTube, other businesses that I might blog, and the amount of money that I spend on it. So 300 pounds plus is not bad at all. I'm not surprised, but this entire number really does give me the heebie-jeebies, especially since I was predicting to spend just over 800 pounds, and to be at 22,000 actually makes me worry. I am not one to do a no spend or low spend or low buy or no buy year, month, or what have you, but I just know that I need to do something to make sure I'm on top of my variable expenses and do better. If we move to my savings and investments, I'm happy that I've been able to send over 14,000 pounds towards my savings and in my investments. This actually does make me happy, but obviously, as you know, I also went out and pulled about 8,000, over 8,000 pounds from this. So I think I saved like 6,000 or thereabouts in total, saved and invested. So not bad at all, not bad at all. And then for my debt summary, so I have combined the 5,000 pound loan that I took out in November and paid off in March with the 25,000 pound loan that I took out in April for my home renovation. So I've combined how much money I have sent to those. The reason it's high is because the majority of that, about 2,003, no, I want to say about 4,000 pounds of this actually went to me repaying my previous loan, and then the rest towards what I'm repaying for my current loan. Extra mortgage, so this is on top of the mortgage payments that I've made. So yeah, I've made enough extra repayments every single month. I am making sure that I'm paying a minimum of 900 pounds towards my mortgage. It's less than 900, but I round up because I prefer to do that. So this is the extra that I'm sending to my mortgage. Then also for my handset device, I have sent over 200 pounds so far. This is because I would like to pay off my mortgage handset, sorry, my mobile handset earlier than the 2-year plan that I am on, because I don't think it should take me 2 years to pay off 1,000 pounds. I think it should be less than that. I'm not trying to pay it off too quickly. Like, yes, I could just use money from my savings and pay that off. I'm not trying to do that because there's way too much going on in my life for me to be sending cash to things where I can't get it back, kind of thing. So, but I'm happy with the progress that I'm making so far. So to my debt, I've been able to send over 6,600, which again makes me very, very happy. So yes, this is how I have been spending my money so far. And if we just go to my chart here, it breaks it down for me nicely. So 37% is what went to my variable expenses. It's too much. Personally, it is too much. I know the things that made it go high, but it's still too much. Then I sent 24% towards my savings and my investments. That is absolutely great. Then the next one is main bills, 16%, not bad at all. Then rental bills, again, not bad. I sent 12%. And then finally to my debt, I sent 11% of the income that I brought in, which is over £50,000 in the last 6 months. So yeah, I am actually surprised, happy, gobsmacked, and all of that good jazz when it comes to looking at where my money went. Like when I was doing these numbers, I really had to reflect a lot. And one takeaway from this is I need to curb my variable spending and send that money towards savings and investments and also paying off my debt. That is my plan. So let's see when I do the next review and see how I get on. But for now, thank you so much for watching my video. We're already over 20 minutes. I apologize, but thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.